Hey, what's up, fantasy people? This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward, coming at you live from my garage, and this is the Fantasy Footballin' Show. So anyways, today's episode is the Thursday night player pause, which is the, just our start sit specifically for the Thursday night football game, which is the Colts at the Broncos. So it's going to be that high altitude game. Really good home field advantage for the Broncos. And Jason covered the Colts in a previous episode. I'm covering the Broncos right now. So let's do this thing. Russell Wilson, let me tell you a secret. And it's a secret that you can find on the internet if you Google it. Last year against the Colts, he had his best game. He went 18 for 23, 254 yards, and 4 touchdowns with no interceptions. So he had a perfect passer rating that game. And he's 2-1 versus the Colts all time. 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So he likes going against the Colts. But last year specifically, most recent, he killed them. So last week against the Raiders, he threw a couple touchdowns. He still got really low yardage, 237 yards. But we can hope for more touchdowns this week. I'm thinking, maybe 250, 3 touchdowns. And if he rushes a little bit, it could be good. So Ryan Tannehill even rushed, a little bit he rushed 5 times last week versus Indianapolis. So they do, when people are scheming up stuff, if you have a running quarterback, they are running that way. So Tannehill did terrible, though, last week against Indianapolis. So he had 2 touchdowns and 137 yards. But if you watch that game, it was pretty much just a Derrick Henry and defense game. So I wouldn't put too much into Ryan Tannehill's performance against Indianapolis last week. Anyways, moving on. So you're going to play and feel pretty confident about Russell Wilson this week. I know he's been a scary player, but he probably looks at the Colts and, feels confident. And it's getting the 5th week right now. It took a while for Aaron Rodgers to understand this offense and get clicking, and it was about this time when everything started coming together. So it's pretty safe to say he's gonna have a good game. Courtland Sutton, I'm a Courtland Sutton owner. You're gonna play him. He's been amazing. 10 plus points every week pretty much, and that's all you can ask for out of your wide receivers or anybody. And so last week, he was only 5 for 52, but he caught his touchdown. He gets all kind of red zone targets if you watch that game, which I did. And so he's got 35 targets through the first 4 games, which is, like 9 per game almost. So he's 9 per game, 9 targets per game with red zone targets on a big wide receiver, downfield threat, on the downfield threat. That's great. So you're going to start him every week. Only problem is he's going against Stephon Gilmore this week. So as a Courtland Sutton owner, I'm going to start him regardless, but I am not expecting too much. I'm hoping for a game like last week where he just gets a touchdown. And, he's going to get targets. You're probably banking on 8 to 9 targets, and that's all you can ask for. So you can probably expect, Courtland Sutton, I'm expecting like 65 yards and a 50-50 touchdown chance. So it's going to be risky because Stephon Gilmore's been playing pretty well. Jeudy. Oh yeah, I was gonna say Woods went 4 for 30 with a touchdown. I'm just kind of going through last week's because Tennessee went against them, so I'm kind of going through the receiving options and how they did. But like I said, that was a run Derrick Henry, run everybody, and play defense type of game. So can't put too much into this, but Jeudy, because of the Stephon Gilmore element, I'm thinking is a pretty safe play this week. I would think Jeudy has a floor of 80 yards this week. I think he's going to catch a lot of targets. I think he's going to actually get a lot of targets. He's only had 21 targets through the first 4 games, which is like 5.5. But I would bet he gets like 7 or 8 targets this game. So I'm betting on the over on the targets for this. So here we go into. Oh yeah, and I want to say something about Courtland Sutton too. In 2019, because I'm trying to go. I want to just offer something, because what makes us different than everybody else? I've got to start doing more research into stuff that nobody even researches. And I know this doesn't matter because it was with Drew Lock or some other terrible quarterback. I can't remember who was before Drew Lock, because that just is all my memory is just Drew Lock being terrible. But in 2019, Courtland Sutton went 3 for 72 on 6 targets. That's all. He's only played the Colts once historically, so there's not a lot going against that. And he doesn't have a lot of experience against Stephon Gilmore either, so not a lot to look for there. So the big man on campus now is Melvin Gordon. He's had 4 fumbles already. That's his issue. But if you pay attention to everybody, and this is, Latavius Murray is not going to get worked in this week. So it's just him and Boone. I would expect 60-40, maybe even 75-25, Gordon. And that's all that's going to be great because Melvin Gordon historically gets touchdowns. So you can bet on, let's see. Henry ran all over him last week. I would bet Melvin Gordon gets like 100 yards and a touchdown this game, and they establish that they still have a running game. Or that they have a good running back. And I think that they want to give Melvin Gordon his confidence back. So I was all about, Latavius Murray, and I have him right now. I think that it's going to be probably a 60-40, split eventually, but this week is the week to start Melvin Gordon. I think he's got to prove to himself and prove to everybody that he's good. 100 yards and a touchdown from Melvin Gordon. Play him. Oh yeah, Jerry Jeudy. Play him. He's a flex. Sorry. I didn't write down play or pause. I was just going to go on the fly. And now I'm realizing I need to write that stuff down. This is the kind of stuff I learn. We're like 40 episodes in, and we want to get... I'll probably start doing stuff I want to do in like the 4,000th. Anyways, Boone. Yeah, he had 3 for 20. He looked good, and he was... but he had 2 terrible drops. I don't think... he wasn't anything that... He wasn't... They don't want him pass protecting. He was not really in any pass protecting situations. When he's in there, he's running or he's catching passes. So if you're going to start Boone, it's going to be this week, and I don't think you're going to be that desperate. So if you got Boone on the waivers, drop him and try to get somebody else. I'll talk about somebody that you need to get at the very end of this episode because I just kind of been thinking about this all day. I was going to make a special episode for it, but you get if you watch to the end, you get the treat. So Boone, you're pausing. You're gonna pause Boone because you don't want to do that kind of stuff. You don't want to put yourself through that, getting 2 points probably or less. And then here we go, Saubert. Albert O has not been in the picture, and he looks like he's injured. So I noticed that Saubert got the targets for the tight end last week. He went 1 for 25 on 2 targets versus Las Vegas. That's nothing you want to deal with. Hooper went 1 for 4 last week against Indianapolis. They have a really good linebacker core. So I would not start any tight end. It's not like you were looking at it anyways. But just in case you're feeling crazy, don't do it. Because I usually say start tight ends in Thursday nights because it's fun. But, start one of those random tight ends on the Indianapolis Colts that will catch 2 touchdowns a game maybe. So you pause on Saubert. And then defense. So Las Vegas is like the 26th worst, I guess. So the Broncos have a good matchup against. I don't know why I say Las Vegas. So anyways, Indianapolis. It's a good matchup for the Broncos. They've got their physical cornerback on a physical cornerback, or on a. They've got their really good cornerback to cover the one wide receiver option, Michael Pittman, for Indianapolis. Sorry, I just got super confused right there. I wrote down something wrong on my notes, and then I was thinking about 2 other things. But yeah, dude. So there's nobody to pass to. There's the tight ends, and there's that. So I'm trying to. I think that Denver's a top 5 defensive start this week, but sometimes that doesn't even matter. You will still score negative points because defenses are so random. But if you want to play the odds, pick up Denver and play them. And then McManus, he's a number 18 kicker on the year, but maybe after that first game they just don't want to kick anything. They're just like, we got to put they got chastised so bad for kicking. Maybe they just don't want to ever do it again. But you always start McManus at home. So if you got McManus, if you want to start a player on Thursday, pick up McManus and start him at home. Because historically he's been great there. So anyways, one more thing I forgot to go over. On this historical thing. Melvin Gordon, 2016. That's a long time ago. He's been around for a while. 16 for 35 with a touchdown, and 4 for 43 on 7 targets against the Colts. So he never plays the Colts, really. And so I wouldn't take too much into any of that. And then lastly, I've been thinking about this all day. I'm done with the whole play pause thing. But yeah, I mean, I got Algier last night, you know, and Latavius Murray. And I was thinking, oh yeah, Algier, dude. You know, Arthur Smith just wants to run the ball. He was looking for the next Derrick Henry and all that stuff. And I was super pumped on him. And then over the day, I mean, I've been driving through the mountains for work, listening to like stuff that I should, you know, doesn't even deserve to be listened to on, you know, mountain radio. And dude, Isaiah Pacheco is only owned by 15%, and all he has in front of him is one person on that offense. And you know, they're kind of changing their identity a little bit. Maybe they're running, and it seems like they're running the ball a lot more. I would much rather. I dropped Algier and I picked up Pacheco because Algier has Damian Williams. He's got Huntley, that, you know, the other undrafted rookie from the practice squad, and he's got Cordell Patterson coming in. So there's a lot going on. So unless you just want to start Algier now, which I'm not going to even do, people should pick up Isaiah Pacheco. Should be out there, dude. Should be 50% plus owned, maybe even more, 75%. Go back and watch. And another thing that I saw about him is like he's like the identical height and weight as Kareem Hunt, and he's slow, but he actually ran a faster 40 than Kareem Hunt as well. And if you watch him run, it's very similar. So maybe by the end of the year, this could be a league-winning thing. I might make a video about it. If I don't get any views on this, maybe I will. Anyways, if you like this video, we just got, hey, thank you to subscriber number 19. That dude, I saw that today and I was just so happy. Like, makes me so excited to make another video, even though I'm gonna continue on just because it's fun. Thank you so much. And if you can like and subscribe, I mean, anybody else, that'd be great, because, you know, it's just so motivating and feel good. And if you don't like this video, hey, there's a button for that too. You can thumbs down, leave hurtful comments, tell us what we're doing wrong, tell us what we're doing right, what you want to see more, what you think about everything. Because, you know, my family's out of town, so now I'm getting time to spend. I will be spending more time on this kind of stuff. I still need to buy a computer to do graphics and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how much RAM I need and all that crap. Anyways, that's too much information for everybody. Thank you.